In today's health headlines, how omega-3 levels affect mental health, the link between adolescent sleep and thoughts of suicide, and what to know about bulking up versus gaining strength. Joining us today is Associate Professor at Yale School of Medicine, Yale Medicine physician, and author of How Medicine Works and When It Doesn't, Dr. F. Perry Wilson. Thank you for being here, Doctor. Appreciate it.
Sure, Darren. Happy to be here.
All right, let's talk about lower omega-3 levels. They have been linked now to a risk of depression. What can you tell us about that?
Yeah, and this was a pretty large study out of the UK, several 100,000 people, looking at the genetic level of omega-3. So they're genetic predictors of what your omega-3 level would be, which scientists like to look at because it sort of takes a lot of the dietary questions out of the picture. And what they found was that people who had higher levels of these omega-3 fatty acids, which, come from oily fishes and things like that, had a lower risk of depression. Now, the study didn't go so far as saying that supplementing with omega-3 or changing your diet would affect your depression. This was more observational than that, but it's pretty intriguing considering how important dietary intake can be to things even besides what our bodies, look and feel like.
Right. There's another new study now showing the importance of sleep for adolescents as it relates to suicidal thoughts. What can you tell us about that?
I like to bring this up whenever I can, and it's not hard to bring it up because study after study comes out to say that adolescents need more sleep. They just aren't getting enough of it no matter what way you cut it. This new one is pretty scary. This was a study of around 30,000 adolescents who were suffering from depression, and it found that those who also had sleep problems, difficulty falling asleep, staying asleep, getting enough sleep, were about twice as likely to have suicidal thoughts or to attempt suicide. So again, this really strong connection between mental health and sleep quality in adolescents. They really need their good sleep.
So important. Yeah, there are also studies out now that show how you work out to bulk up versus gaining strength can be different. What should we know about that?
Yeah, there's been a lot of debate about this, but this is one of the largest studies yet. It appears in Sports Medicine, and it combines data from more than 50 other studies that have been conducted. So we're getting closer to definitive. And what this study found is that doing exercise until failure, that's when you literally can't lift that weight one more time, does increase the size of the muscle. We call that muscle hypertrophy, but it actually doesn't increase the strength of that muscle any more than more routine exercise where you don't actually push yourself to that point of failure. So depending on what your fitness goals are, this might affect how you work out in the gym. And I should just say, regardless of how you work out, be careful. Don't lift more weight than is safe for you because people can injure themselves.
I'm going to be careful, doctor. I promise. That's it. Dr. F.
300 pounds max for your mention.
Yeah. Dr. F. Perry Wilson from Yale. Have a great week.
You too.